We are at the National Quartet Convention at the LeConte Center in the Singing News Studios this week. We've been bringing you a lot of coverage on Singing News TV and Singing News Radio. Now, if you need more information on Singing News TV, go to singingnewstv.com. Singing News Radio has a free app that's available for you to download on your smartphone or Apple or Android device. You can download on your tablet. Just search in your app store for Singing News Radio. It's free Southern Gospel music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And also you can listen at singingnews.com by clicking that Listen Live and on around 50 radio stations across the country. Welcome into the studio today. I have the Bise family from Virginia here. Hello,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen.
How are you, sir?
We got a daddy and two daughters right up in here. How are you, dude?
Doing fine, doing fine.
I want
Thank you
you-
very much for having us.
Is it okay to say dude, Carson? Okay, so I'm gonna say dude. Sometimes I try to be hip.
I've been called worse.
I try I try to be hip. Here I am. I think it's my son Connor, that my youngest son. He's 19, and he says dude all the time. I think he's rubbed off on me.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about your family. Introduce yourself and these two lovely ladies.
Well, my name is David Bise, and to my left here is my oldest daughter, Ariel.
Hi.
To her left is my youngest daughter, Andrea.
Oh,
So,
well, welcome, ladies. Wow,
Thank you
we've
for
got
having us.
19 and 24.
25.
25. Wow. So sisters. What's it like traveling, Ariel, with your little sister?
Crazy. It's crazy.
Are you all the time now? Do you have another sister, by the way, who doesn't sing with the group, but are you a close knit bunch of sisters?
Yes.
So you find yourself shopping together and hanging out together. How old is the middle daughter? Is she?
she's 22.
So y'all are really pretty close to the same age.
sir.
I think that's pretty cool. So tell me when you started singing.
I was, 18 months old?
About 18 months.
Yeah.
She would just hum in pitch, huh? At 18 months old.
Her babysitter was CMT for a lot of years.
Yeah.
We put her in front of CMT, and she just started singing.
That is crazy. My very first cut I ever got as a songwriter was on CMT. Oddly enough, it was used for a reality show. That was many moons ago. But let's, Andrea. So, was it the same for you? Did you just kind of grow up singing, knowing that you had that voice?
Well, me and Dad and Ariel, we would all sing in church on Sunday mornings and stuff. So that's how.
Do you remember the first time you sang, like, at church? Do you have any memory of that?
No.
I know. You were so little. It's hard to remember back
She
that
was
far.
young.
I have some memories of being about 3 or 4, definitely 5s, but it's just hard whenever. And my mom says the same thing. Joseph, you were up there on the stage when you was 3 years old strumming a guitar. I have no memory of it. So, were you raised on Southern gospel music, ladies? I mean, is that what Dad liked listening to at home?
We were raised on the Crab family.
Oh yeah,
Love Kelly. Kelly
Oh,
is
yeah.
a big inspiration for me. Yeah.
Oh, very good. Well, she's a wonderful person. 3 beautiful daughters that can sing their face off. They're
Yes.
so good. So the Crab family, who were some of those other influences you brought into their life?
We had a variety of music. The Crabs, a lot of Southern gospel. The Karen Peck really liked some of the more contemporary Casting Crowns.
Oh, yeah.
Was a wonderful,
Great stuff.
Was a wonderful group. Before I got saved, I was in country and Southern rock. So once I made the transfer and got saved, when Casting Crowns come out, that style of music just kind of caught me, and we really enjoyed them as long as the Crab family. And
Well, what introduced you to Southern gospel music?
I was raised around Southern gospel. I mean,
Okay.
I've always listened to it. My grandparents were big gospel fans. I had
Good.
one granddad that was he was a big bluegrass gospel fan. So I was raised around a variety of different musics. I wasn't in church all my life.
Right.
So when I got back into church, just to clean up our music listening that we were listening to, going from the country to the Southern rock over to it was just kind of a draw, you know. I guess the Lord just put back in my spirit those things that I had been raised on.
Right.
And I listened to some of the bluegrass, and then got into the Southern gospel, and played with a group after I got saved, some friends of mine that we had all played Southern rock together.
Okay.
In basically the same bands at different times. And they had all gotten saved. And then after I got saved, I was introduced back to them and played bass with them for a while. And they done a lot of original music, but it was sort of the more contemporary style music.
Okay.
So,
wow, full circle there.
Yes,
Pretty
it
cool.
was. But so just, I mean, I had been introduced to it at a young age through the family. So
as you young ladies are walking up and down the hallways of the exhibits here at the National Quartet Convention, who are some of those artists that you see out here that inspire you, Andrea?
I can't really pick. I don't know.
There's just so many.
There is.
Yeah,
It's just
if
a
you
bunch
were,
of 'em.
what's on your in your Apple Music? What kind of music do you find yourself listening to? Southern and contemporary music?
I listen to more like elevation.
Oh,
and
I love that worship, praise and worship music. Me
Yes.
too. I love that. Our producer over here, Carson Vaughn, is a guitarist for Riley Clemens, and she's amazing, and he does a great job with her. Shout out to Carson. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. He's probably sick of me mentioning that this week. So how about you? Some of your inspirations up and down this hallway.
Karen Peck's a big inspiration. I love her.
Isn't she great?
She is. She's wonderful.
She's the most real person I think I know, genuinely, and I know her that she's a personal friend, and she's never changed. If you talk to her on the phone, if she's texting, if you're here, if she's having a bad day, good day, that woman is sweet as pie. She is an inspiration to us all. And I think we could all aspire to be more like that.
Amen. Yes,
because
she's a wonderful, wonderful lady.
She is one of those people that just hold on to Christ and keep him close to her heart.
Yes.
So when did you decide to go out and do this as a family and sing?
Well, myself and Ariel, we started right before COVID, probably 6 months, I guess. We made a little CD. A buddy of ours back home had a recording studio in his home, and we put together some cover songs from the Crabs and just our favorites.
Very good.
And COVID hit, shut everything down. As soon as COVID started opening back up, God started opening doors for us that was just unfathomable. We never imagined doing what we're doing now and traveling as much as we are. So God just opened up so many doors for us after COVID kind of let back up. So so past 3 years, 4 years, I guess now is we God put us right into full time. Well, not full time, but really busy every weekend.
Staying out there. So when did you go from a duet to a trio?
That was during COVID.
Okay.
Mama, Andrea was singing actually for our local church. She was singing in a youth group there on Sunday nights. And so Mama said, "You're singing there. You need to sing with your dad and your sister." And she's like, I don't want to do that. And she's like, "Yes, you do." You know how mamas influence a lot of folks, you know. So
Let me tell you what you're going to do.
So she started singing with us kind of reluctantly. And we had the opportunity that we were given a song, the first song that really kicked everything off for us, called "He's Been Faithful." It's the title song of our first CD. Once we got that song, we had nowhere really to record musicians or anything back home. So we were introduced to Matthew Lawson. I'm sure you know Matthew.
I do very well.
And he got the music for that song for us, and we went to Day Win and recorded that song. And after that, it just seemed like things just started progressing. He called us back and said, "Hey, I want you to do a whole CD." And I was like, "Well, we don't have any songs, my friend." And by the time we
luckily your producer is a songwriter.
Yes, so by the time we got back from Nashville recording back home, I think we had 50 songs or something that he had sent us, and he said, "You go through those and see if you like any." And but like that's one of those doors that God I think he just kind of opened and pushed us right on in.
Man, what a talented musician.
Yes.
The dude can play any instrument that he puts his hands on and plays it very well.
Yes.
And he's very well sought after with many of the labels who get him to do work for them. And it's amazing to see someone with that talent. So it's good to have that. So you got great musicianship, great songwriting.
Yes.
So that kind of, it's almost like God designs it, doesn't it? Very crazy.
And after we done that first CD, Andrea started owning 2 or 3 of those songs that was on the CD, and it kind of pulled her in that she's like, "Hey, these are my songs." And Ariel would start singing them, and she'd be like, "That's my song. Don't mess with my song."
Do you find that those songs that you gravitate to have more of a worship feel?
Yeah, I do.
Well, tell me some of the songs you sing on the record.
I sing, well, some of our new songs, they haven't come out yet.
Right.
I sing Just As I Am, and that basically talks about no matter how you are, God is still accepting and he will still love you, and he still wants you no matter how you are, no matter what sins you know. So that's I think that's one of my favorites.
And I love that. Do you remember Mike Warnke, and a comedian from many years ago?
Yes.
He used to say, a lot of people say, "Well, I'll come to the Lord after I clean my life up." And he used to say, you don't have to clean up to take a bath.
Right.
You come to the Lord, and then then you can, those things, you can start getting rid of those things that you shouldn't do. So that's very good. Just as I am. He loves us that way, right? So tell me what songs you're working on this new record. So I know we're cutting into this new record that you're working on coming out soon. What songs can we expect from you on that record? Do you know yet?
They're more of a poppy feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of more Irwin type sound.
We love the Irwins.
Love those.
Any particular song that speaks out to you?
There's Every Line of My Story. Talks about with everything that I've done and everything that he's done for me, I give him glory with every line of my story.
Oh, wow, man. That sounds great. Great stuff. Great stuff. So do you think that you would have the feeling that you have on stage if it weren't your daughter singing with you? Does that kind of create the vibe around your ministry, do you think?
It does, especially when our harmonies are spot on, and we're just being able to see the reaction of the churches that we go to. That a lot of churches don't have a lot of young people in them anymore.
Yeah.
And when they see a couple of young girls coming in to be in church on Sunday morning to sing and worship, that just it does my heart good to know that they're blessing that congregation, and that's I don't think I could do that just by myself, and I'm a full-time pastor as well, and so I can sing and I can preach, but just having them with me and seeing that congregation really connect with those girls, and you can tell that they're missing those young people in their churches right now. So it does spark I guess a bit of excitement when we see those people really reacting and drawn to our music. Just the message in the music. We don't do it just for the music.
Of course.
That message that they relate to, yes. And she didn't mention a song, but Andrea does one called That Burden's Mine. The weight on your shoulders is not yours to carry. It's far too heavy, so why even try? So we get a lot of lot of tears.
Yeah.
People holding on to things that they really don't need to hold on to. Is one of my favorite songs that she does.
Great. Who's the soprano of the bunch? Or do you
We both are.
rotate?
Yeah, they.
How cool is that? So you can rotate parts, alto and soprano. Very good. So that gives you a lot of flexibility
Oh,
with
yes.
different vibes, different tones. That's awesome, man.
Yes,
So
it
you're
is.
working on a new record, but is your previous record streaming?
It is.
Okay.
It's Bise Family. He's been faithful.
Okay, and it's
that was-
Bise Family. It's spelled Bise.
Yes.
And you can get that on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you stream your favorite music by The Bise Family. Also on Facebook,
Yes.
The Bise Family. Instagram,
Instagram is Bise Family Music.
Bise Family Music.
We're on TikTok as well.
I think it'd be good for you guys, you pastors, you music ministers out there. You want to bring some youth, and yes, you're still young, my
Yeah.
man. We know you want to bring some youth and vibrance there into your service, and maybe even want to spark some interest with your student group. And you love Southern gospel music, and you love gospel music. The Bise Family would be great to come to your event, so you can reach out to them at bisefamily.com, or is it
Yes.
The Bise Family?
Bise Family.
Bise
No, it's
Family.
These
The
Bise-
thebisefamily.com, thebisefamily.com, or reach out to them on Facebook and get in contact with them there. Man, thank you guys for spending some time with me.
Yes, we certainly
Thank
appreciate
you.
the opportunity.
It's wonderful meeting you, and
Yes.
I'm looking forward to see where God takes you, man.
Amen.
And if you are faithful where He has you now, then He can take you to where He wants you to go.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love you guys. Thank you so
I
much.
love
Hey,
you. Appreciate
they are
you.
the Bise family.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
They're great. I love these guys. I'm Joseph Reed, and this is Singing News.